Over the past several days, a lot of new LEGO Star Wars 2025 set information has surfaced, including new information about the UT-80, the gift with purchase for the $1,000 UCS Death Star, as well as some Christmas sets coming in October. And what I want to start with is the new information about the UT-80, or what might be a UT-80. It's kind of complicated, but I'll get into it. There's two main things that surfaced about it. The first is that it's now said to include Commander Bacara, which was kind of expected. This didn't surface until recently, however, we've known that it's going to have Galactic Marines for months, so all of us kind of just put two and two together and just assumed it would have Bacara. But regardless, yes, he's said to be in the set now, and according to Carter Bricks, he's going to include a brand new helmet mold that will basically be a Phase 2 helmet mold with flaps. And I mean, I necessarily don't have a whole lot to say about this. I'm just excited that we're finally getting him. I think since he's going to have a special helmet mold, he's going to be one of the better clone troopers that has come out recently. He's definitely still going to have a printed waist cape though, as every clone trooper of the waist cape does. However, I think the helmet's going to look really, really good because we're not going to have to worry about helmet holes or anything. But the second thing that surfaced about this set is a lot more interesting, and it might be kind of disappointing to some people. I don't really know. And this is why at the beginning I said what might be a UT-80, but according to some leakers, this set is now said to not be a UT-80, but still include Galactic Marines and Commander Bacara. Someone actually posted this in my Discord a few days ago. He said the guy who leaked the 327th battle pack back in December said that 75413 isn't going to be a UT-80, but will still have Galactic Marines, with a little screenshot under it from the leaker that you can read if you want to. And when I first saw this, I didn't really think much until I went on Instagram and I saw other people mentioning this, saying that they're hearing it's gonna have Galactic Marines, but it's not a UT-80 anymore, which is obviously pretty strange. I don't know why LEGO would make a set with Galactic Marines and Bacara and not make it a UT-80. However, if the current information is accurate and it's gonna end up being something else, I think it could be some type of playset that's just the bridge with the troopers and Ki-Adi-Mundi and some droids and maybe like a tri-droid or two. That's the only thing I can think of that it would be if it's not a UT-80 and it's still based off this scene, because there's literally no other vehicle in the shot besides the UT-80, and I doubt LEGO's gonna make a $150 tri-droid, so I guess just some playset of the bridge makes sense. Or maybe it's not based off the scene and it's just some completely irrelevant vehicle that has Galactic Marines and Bacara. But regardless, the current status for this set is that it might not be a UT-80 anymore, but it's still gonna have Bacara and Galactic Marines. So I guess if you want to, you can comment your predictions down below. Anyways though, like I mentioned earlier, we also now know the Death Star GWP as well as the set that's gonna be releasing alongside it. If you've noticed the past few years, they've been releasing a smaller set alongside the October UCS set, last year being the Stormtrooper and Rebel Battle Pack, and the year before that being the Christmas Millennium Falcon. And this year it looks like we're getting another Christmas set, and that's going to be a Christmas themed AT-AT. And this is according to BrickTap, set number 40806 with 697 pieces, one minifigure, and a retail price of $80 US. Now $80 US seems pretty high for only one minifigure. However, the concept for the set is freaking awesome. A Christmas AT-AT sounds super cool, although it does only have 697 pieces, so it's obviously going to be a lot smaller than the normal playset LEGO AT-ATs, but still, the idea for this is cool, and we rarely get Christmas LEGO Star Wars sets, so I'm just excited for it. And despite it only having one minifigure, I think that one minifigure does have some potential. It would be awesome to see like a Christmas General Veers or something where he has a sweater on like the figures that came out in 2023, or maybe some type of Christmas AT-AT driver. Who knows what it's going to be, but regardless, I genuinely think this set and that figure do have potential. And then lastly, we now know the GWP for the $1,000 Death Star, and it's going to be a TIE Fighter, set number 40771, 236 pieces and 3 minifigures. 236 pieces is a very, very low piece count for a TIE Fighter, so I honestly don't think it's gonna look that great. I think the best thing to compare it to is that sort of half miniature, half play scale Darth Vader's TIE Advance that came in Darth Vader's castle back in 2019. I personally think it'll most likely pretty much be to scale with that little build, but obviously be a normal TIE Fighter and not Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Although the interesting thing about it is that it's going to include 3 minifigures, which I actually think is great because the May GWP, if you guys haven't seen that, is going to include 3 minifigures, and this one is as well, so it's kind of nice to see LEGO keeping up that pattern. But as for what those 3 figures are going to be, I really don't know. There's so many figures coming in the Death Star itself, I think 38, so I'm assuming that's literally going to have every single figure you can think of that would belong with the Death Star. So regarding the 3 figures in this GWP, I can't really think of any special ones that might be included, so realistically it might just be like a TIE pilot and 2 stormtroopers, but they could be special, who knows. Anyways though, that is all the new information that has surfaced in the past few days. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below, especially the stuff about the UT-80 or what might not be a UT-80. I'm genuinely curious to see what else you guys think it could be. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, see them on the screen right now.